How y'all doing? My name is Dylan Prescott. I'm going to be walking you through how to identify, where to identify, and what they are or where out on the motor of the lubricating and the cooling process of the motor. Come right over here. There's your oil filter right here. Your oil filter screws right into there. Right behind that, behind all these wonderful bolts, is your oil cooler. We'll get into that a little later. You got your hose runs up through here into the turbo. That's what keeps turbo from overheating and blowing itself apart. Come down here. You got your oil pan. Into your oil pan, it holds all the oil for the to cool the motor off. You got your oil pump in here. Your pump's down here. Your pickup's down here. Picks it up, runs it through the system, cools the motor. Then come over here. This is the oil pump here. Like I said, here's your pump itself. This is the pickup. This sits in the short end of the tank. This sits in the deep end. Picks it up, pumps out through the system, cools the motor. Where you want to check these, this is spring loaded, so I'm not going to pull that apart. I don't feel like trying to put it back together and having a spring hit me. So essentially what you're going to do is you'll disassemble it, pull all your gears, check all your gears for chips, gouges, cracks, anything like that. You want to make sure everything's nice and tight. You want to check your case because these are cast. You want to make sure there's no cracks, gouges, anything like that. You don't want these leaking because then it leads to loss of pressure, and that's not good. You want to check all up in here, make sure nothing's wallered out, make sure nothing's going to wiggle. All these are nice and tight. There's no cracks in anything. Here's your oil cooler here. This is the outside case, like I said. It's where your filter screws into it there. You want to check all your gaskets when you're checking it. Make sure everything's good. You want to make sure nothing's torn, ripped, pinched, anything like that. It's 3 pieces. You got your case, spacer, cooler itself. Oil runs in here, out there, runs through here. The coolant runs through here, through these fan blades here, cools everything down inside of there. You can pressure check these. You'll cap off one end, put air hose in the other, and you'll pressurize it, sinking in some water, and you're checking for air bubbles there. Make sure you don't got any leaks there. If you walk over here, you can see this is where your oil cooler sits in here. Your coolant runs through here, cools it out, cools the oil out through those fan blades. You want to make sure you check all your O-rings, make sure nothing's pinched, going to fall off, make sure everything's good. You can see where your coolant's been running through there. So that's all good. Your turbo goes up here. Like I said, that hose goes to the turbo, cools that. You look down here. This is where your oil cooler sits. Like I said, you have your oil pump. Your oil pump, big end down here, little end down here. Your sump comes through. It sucks all the oil into the pump, pushes it up through the motor, keeps everything cool.